We're now halfway through our epic Christmas giveaway season, and this week to one lucky subscriber we're going to be giving away a £150 Car Throttle shop voucher plus a 1-year free subscription to Throttlebox, where we send you a box of awesome merchandise every month through 2018. All you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below. The winner will be announced in next Wednesday's video, and last week's winner will appear here. Congratulations. Now, on with the show.
7 cheap cars that will make you look rich. Want people to think you're rolling in cash when you're actually just working part-time at a local store? Here are some cheap to buy options that look expensive. Pretty much any old Jaguar XJ. Jaguars may be big and bold these days, but back in the 1990s the brand was still clinging on to the look it had been developing for decades. With long overhangs, curvaceous wings and a general air of wealth about them, the old XJs were designed to waft families of sickeningly rich bums around all day. They made fabulous companions for long journeys when they worked. Range Rover P38. The P38 Range Rover was the generation where the styling trends we still see today were established. As such, it doesn't really look that old, and despite a reputation for frequent and expensive problems, it's still a great buy if you want to look richer than you really are. This classless SUV will let you live the comfy, high-riding dream whenever it's out of the workshop. E38 BMW 7 Series. You might remember this 7 Series as the one James Bond remote-controlled off the top of a multi-story car park in Tomorrow Never Dies. It's insanely luxurious and not bad to drive either, and even today it still looks fantastic in the metal. It's a big thing, but if you keep it clean, it will look $1 million. Chevrolet Corvette Z06. No Corvette Z06 is going to be found in the bargain basement, but the C5 is as cheap as they get. Despite that, it looks absolutely mega, with quad exhausts and pop-up headlights. It's arguably one of the very prettiest Corvettes ever made, but its age still counts against it in terms of used values. If Corvette is life but you still have bills to pay, look for a C5 Z06. Mercedes S-Class W140. The styling might not look like much now, but an S-Class is an S-Class. They've never really made a bad one, and driving a car that was once the very best that Mercedes-Benz could achieve carries big respect points. Prices are bottoming out for tidy W140 era cars, so now is the time to buy a piece of luxury barge excellence for not as much as you'd think. E46 BMW 3 Series. Some cars can cost very little but still look expensive, and the E46 3 Series is definitely one of them. Its proportions still look fantastic today, so choosing a higher trim spec with larger alloys gets you a car that makes you look far richer than you might really have to be. It's a beautiful thing and parts are easy to come by. This is an easy win. Audi S8 D2. Audi's first S8 was a classic example of timeless Germanic styling. A simple 3-box design with subtly smooth edges still hasn't really aged after 20 years, and it still looks as expensive as it did back in the 1990s. Let's perhaps use the word classy rather than expensive, since that's what the S8 has in spades. It also has a 4.2-litre V8, which is nice. Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. Rolls-Royce has never built a cheap car, but the Silver Shadow is perhaps the least loved in the eyes of most enthusiasts. Made over a decade and a half, it is still the company's most produced car ever, making it more common, less desirable, and cheaper to buy. The thing is, it still looks like a stunning classic Rolls-Royce that could be worth 6 figures. Maintenance might be pricey, but what a car.
This is such a bad idea. Such a bad idea. Here we go. Come on, Mighty Pinnin.